Good morning, good afternoon, good whatever it is, wherever you are. My name's Katie O. This is Moon Mom Musings. Welcome back to my living room. Oh boy, there's mess everywhere. Oh, for another astrology Peephole for today, the 10th of the 10th of 21. 10th of October, 2021. We're in a waxing crescent in the sign of Sagittarius. And I heard all is quiet on the Western Front. Usually there's all kinds of noise. Like, literally, even right now. Have you ever heard my house so quiet? There's always motorbikes and chickens and birds and cicadas and whatever. There's not a sound. How appropriate. All is quiet on the Western Front. So this is the October portal, right? 1010. It's platform 9 3/4. All right. It's the portal of completion, right? There's a reason why Scorpio sort of October season, it's not quite Scorpio season yet, but there's a reason why October brings in these big transformations, brings in these big things, because we close out cycles at the beginning of October, and then it prepares us for the ends of the retrograde seasons, and then we move into the rest of stuff. It always moves forward. The October portal, platform 9 3/4. We're going into the magic of the new phase ahead right now. Yeah, we're really walking into a new magical world with this 10. Excuse me, I got the hiccups too. New magical world is unfolding around us with this 1010 portal, and it feels really nice. But it more importantly, it feels calm for the first time in ages. Like literally, I was just looking at the astrology for this week as I was getting ready, because we're Sunday, right? I like to look at Sunday through Saturday, starting my week on a Sunday. And for the first time in, oh God, I don't even know how long, on the 16th, at the end of this week, literally the end of this week, next Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, there's nothing. Like I don't even think there won't be a Peephole on that day, because there's nothing. There's nothing. I mean, maybe I'll make one and just reiterate some energies that I feel, but there's no aspects, there's no transits, there's nothing. There is a transit. Moon goes to Pisces, but I'll be live for that, right? There's absolutely no reason for me to do a Peephole when there's nothing. And then the following day is like the craziest day of the month, where there's eight transits, or 8 aspects rather. And then we have Mercury going direct and Jupiter going direct the following day, and then the full moon 2 days later. Yeah, it's all is quiet on the Western Front for now. It's the calm before the storm. This week we get this nice integrative, nice calm whatever energy with our first quarter, all right, coming up in the midweek. But it's literally the calm before the storm. All right, we are literally about to hit the eye of the storm next week with this full moon. Hold on to your hats, my friends. But all is quiet on the Western Front for now, and revel in the calm while you can. Okay, it is what it is. Don't shoot the messenger. Okay, let's see what we've got in the stars. We've got the moon in conjunction with Venus. So this is major Sagittarius vibes. Abundance and emotions are aligning for the greater good right now, I'm hearing. There's decisions and actions that you make today that are going to benefit more than just yourself. And it's going to align you with the flow of Venusian energies. It lets the arrow fly. We're not really taking aim, we're letting it fly. It's really good forward motion energies. We've passed through the portal, we've closed the door, we are going forward now. And like I said, aligning with the flow of Venusian energies. This can be relationships, whether romantic, family, friendship, doesn't matter. It can be even coworkers. Abundance, so money, right? But general flow of energies, creativity, beauty, all of these things. There is an aspect of the door that does not work, has finally been shut, and we are now moving into this beautiful creative energy going forward. Venus it's conjunct, right? So it's invasion of the body snatchers. They're both in Sagittarius. We've got this nice collective vibe going on, but Venus is taking over the reins right now, okay? And this is really interesting because we'll talk about it at the end, but Venus is taking over for the moon, going, hey, subconscious, hey, emotions, take a back seat for a minute. All is quiet on the Western Front. You don't have to be on guard. I've got you. This brings me back to a few months ago when we talked about Mars and Venus being the warriors that represent the king and the queen, right? This is literally Venus, the warrior woman, the Xena, coming back to the queen and going, I got this. You sit back and relax today. I've got this. All right. We also have the moon making a sextile with Saturn. So we're loving this new structure that we've created. All right. We cut off Saturn's head a few months ago and we let a new one grow in its place. And we're loving the new look of Saturn. The new little boxes that we have are so much better organized. The new structures, the new karma, the new institutions, the new marriage, the new union, the long-standing, the new groups of people around us, whatever it may be. We're just loving it. It's great. We know that our approach has been streamlined and that our form is very good. It's like we've been going to the gym for many months now, and now we don't need to go to the classes anymore. We can just we have our own little circuit of exercises, and we've been corrected on our form, and we know how to do them correctly so that we won't hurt ourselves if we're not being supervised. And we're being allowed to do that now. We've been given the okay that we're doing this. Saturn goes direct tomorrow on the 11th, and it's almost like even Dad is encouraging us now, right? Saturn goes direct tomorrow, so it's like, great job, you survived. It's that kind of a vibe. It's like Dad is going like, all right, guys, I'm going back into the garage to work on my bike. This is the last, like, I'm going to be a little bit indisposed for a while. I'm not going to be as prevalent, but great job. You passed the test. You've done well. I'm gonna go back to my little den for a while, and you guys just do your thing. All right. I'm not going to be so, yeah. Saturn is going direct tomorrow. We'll see, right? It's going to be in the sign of Aquarius. And it's almost like Dad gets a little bit aloof. Dad is kind of going, it's a little bit the same vibe as the other day. Is like, was it yesterday? Mom dropped you off at school and like, okay, go on, you can do it. Saturn's doing the same thing now. Saturn's like, Pluto and Saturn, they hang out together, right? Saturn is going, look, you did great. I'm very proud of you. Fantastic. You passed the test. You evened the karma. You balanced the scales. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. But now I'm going to go back and do my thing, and it's up to you. You carry on. You're doing great. You survived. Yeah, it's great. It's good stuff. Sorry, this light's getting really weird time of day. All right, what else we got? We got moon sextile Mercury. So, and I'm going to get to this in just a second, why this is happening. But basically, even Mercury retrograde vibes can't get us down today. Okay, all is quiet on the Western Front. We're feeling good about stuff. Yeah, this Venusian energy is filling us with confidence, I'm hearing. So even it can't get us down. We feel so good that nothing can bring us down today. Nothing can bring us down. We're actually feeling really, really great. No failed plans, no miscommunications. Nothing is going to frustrate us. We're just feeling so laid back. And maybe we're even surprising ourselves going like, oh my God, normally I get so pissed off when the bus is late, but I don't really care today. Yeah, it's like a, yep, it is what it is kind of a vibe. All right. And the reason I say this, and first of all, sextile, it's a nice, conducive, supportive, static energy. It's not gonna make changes happen for us, but it sets up the structure in order for those changes to be integrated correctly. And it is an integrative vibe. Maybe this is what this all quiet on the Western Front thing is. Maybe you're going into a little bit of a hermit mode to sort of process the things that have been happening in the last little bit and to prepare for the fluctuating energy of this full moon coming. Could very well be that. Mercury is also conjunct Mars, okay? So this is the compassion-filled and micro-adjusting Mars is taking over for a moment, okay? So we have Venus is taking over for the moon, okay? And the king is not even around right now. So Mars is sort of going over to Mercury retrograde and going, you're the problem right now, not the king. Usually the king is the problem because he's the drunken idiot that kind of does all this stupid shit and does whatever the hell he wants, right? The sun is the ego trip and all that. But it's like the sun has been dealt with already. If you recall back to, I believe it was the 8th. Is that, where's my notes? Yeah, the 8th of the 10th month. So just a few short days ago. The sun did the same thing. Mars did the same thing with the sun. Mars was conjunct the sun. And it was like, all right, we're going to, let's go back and look for fun. Mars conjunct the sun. Mars in Libra, taking baby steps, pouring love into our actions. And it quells the ego fits that can come along with this Saturnian and Uranus vibe. Okay. So we've dealt with the ego in some form of sense. Oh, and look at that. Was it the same day? I didn't even realize. No, the next day, the sun was conjunct Mercury Yeah, there we go. The sun was conjunct Mercury. So that was when our ego was being triggered, right? So Mars conjunct the sun on the 8th and went, okay, sun, shit's coming down. We're going to be compassionate about this time. And the sun's like, okay. And then Mercury came over and conjunct the sun, which made us go, oh my God, I'm triggered. But I remember what Mars said, okay? So the sun maybe, I mean, it could go either way, right? It's up to you. You had the option to remember what Mars said and go, okay, I'm going to take this compassionately and not let this trigger me. Or you could have ignored it and gone back right over to those old shitty cycles. But right now, it's like Mars has turned around and looked at Mercury and gone, hey, you jerk. I spoke to the sun and I briefed them, but you come over here. We have some talking to do. So Venus is standing with the moon right now going, all right, the warrior princess is dealing with the moon being like, I'm here to protect you. Don't worry, our feminine side is being protected. While our masculine side is going over to the communicative, airy, intellectual kind of energy and going, hold on a fucking minute here. I'm taking the wheel. This Mercury retrograde action is not going to affect us today. All right. Mars already worked on the sun, and now it moves to beat Mercury into submission after it tried to turn its nasty tricks on us again. All right. Mars is coming in and sorting things out. It's going, no, Mercury, you're not fucking with us today. No, this is not what we do. We're bringing compassion into things. Remember, Mercury, you're in Libra. You're pretending to be Libra. You're in retrograde right now. Stop just pulling the retrograde bullshit. And remember the compassion that we're supposed to be bringing in. We're supposed to be doing retrograde differently this time. We're supposed to be seeing this from the healed perspective. So it's time to do it, okay? Mars in Libra is not super comfortable, right? But it understands the micro adjustments and the compassion. So yes, we don't like that things go slowly, but we know that it's for our better. And we are trying to not let these stories that we once told ourselves so strongly. Oh, sorry. These stories that we once really subscribed to and told ourselves were the only way things were going to be. But I mean, look, we had Saturn already come into play today, and Saturn was going, yeah, we've got new structures, we've got new patterns. This is good, and you love it. So they're like, okay, so why is it, if you love the way that we've sorted things out this time, if you love all this healing, then why is it that you're like, if you love the state that you're in, why would you go back to where you were? It doesn't make sense. Yeah. So Mars is really trying to go like, hey, snap out of it. All right. Get it. It's time. All right. All right. I'm going to pull you a card of the day from the Starseed Oracle. Let's just get one, please. Just see what the heck is happening. This deck has gotten so stinky. I'm not going to lie. I have to find a way to air it out. It's like the first Oracle deck that I really used a lot on these videos. And it was when my hands were really bad. So it's almost like the Vaseline coated deck is now starting to not really be so fresh. Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. All right. So all of this stuff is going on. It's like these new structures have been formed, right? It's almost like we don't even know the entire, like it's like we saw these buildings being put up, but we actually have never looked at the blueprints. And now they're saying, don't bother with the paperwork. Like just go in there and experience it. Like go explore. Yeah, they're saying go into those pyramids, go into these new structures and explore how they feel, how they act, how you react, how these new things that have happened, how all this healing has come forward and helped you. We've got images of Sekhmet. We have images of Thoth. Yeah, Thoth is it deals with the Akash, and Sekhmet is she was the daughter of Ra. She came down to bring justice upon people. They had to trick her into stopping. Okay, they had to trick Sekhmet into stopping. So maybe you've been on a real rampage kind of mode where you're like, I'm so done with all this shit that doesn't fit me. I'm just going to cut this out, cut that out, and cut this out. And it's like, you've kind of gotten a little bit too far with it. So now Thoth, the keeper of the Akash, is going, okay, Sekhmet, we're going to have to trick your angry vibes into stopping and going into submission. Hidden secrets and lost wisdom is really telling me, though, is I'm feeling like retrograde is trying to hide something from us in the true sense. Yes, it's bringing compassion, it's bringing balance, right? Because maybe we were really subscribed to an idea for a long time. We were like, this thing is meant for me, it's coming. And then Mercury retrograde hit, and then we're like, I don't want it anymore. Fuck it. It's taken too long. I don't want it. All right. So Mercury retrograde came in to bring us balance so that we could see the other side of the coin, see what it feels like to be so sure that that's not for us. Okay. But there is a hidden secret about this. There is a lost wisdom in this. We need to look a little bit deeper at this balance of things, because each and every one of us have an individual way that this is going to go. Yeah. Because when Mercury retrograde ends in a few days, we're going to come back to our wits, and we're going to realize, if, you know what, maybe we do have to stay in this energy of, no, this thing is not for me, and I've got to cut it out for good. Or maybe we have to go back to that old energy of like, I knew that this was for me the whole time, and now that I've gone through the retrograde and seen the other side of this coin, I know for a fact that it is for me. So you need to put yourself where it is. But either way, there is a digging deep. You have to go into these pyramids. Okay? You need to go inside, and you need to wander around, and you need to get lost. All right? You can't be afraid that the cobwebs will swallow you, or that you'll take a wrong turn. You have to take the whole point is to take the wrong turns. Right? When I taught diving, a lot of the time I was the dive center I was working at was dealing with a lot of new professionals doing their training. And part of the deal with your beginnings of your professional training is starting to really cut your teeth on navigation. Okay, navigation is really difficult underwater, and it's often something that people struggle with when they become new divers, right? So what I used to tell, and I say this from experience because trust me, I've done it too, is what I used to tell new dive masters that were learning the trade, cutting their teeth really, was the best way to learn navigation is to get hopelessly lost. Because when you have to swim a kilometer back to the boat enough times, you get sick of it, okay? And you pay attention more, okay? It's a trial by fire. You've got to cut your teeth on something hard, all right? It's not comfortable, but you will learn, right? It was just 17. Write and wait, okay? So some of you guys are still in this. There is this, you still have to wait. There's divine timing still at play. Something that you know is coming into fruition is not yet here. And I'm hearing that you still have to wait for the end of retrograde to see how this all pans out. All right. But for now, do some auto writing, do some journaling, write somebody a letter that you don't necessarily have to send, or send it if you want to, whatever. But remember, Mercury retrograde, sometimes we don't always want to express the things that come to our mind. Don't act impulsively, Mercury retrograde. But either way, get out that pen, get out that paper, and start, write out your thoughts, write them out. Okay. Free write, just whatever comes to mind. It can be nonsense. Doesn't matter. Lessons and unapologetic. So the universe is like, look, sorry, not sorry. Okay. Yes, these lessons were difficult. Yes, it was super uncomfortable. Yeah, we had to fucking beat you in the face with a hammer. But guess what? You're putting your crown on now. This is that quote that I talked about at the beginning with the of when Venus went over into Sagittarius. Okay, is about the what's that Tolkien quote? Let me pull it up again. Sorry, I just have to find it. I've got books full of notes all over my house. Trust me, it's a very hectic place in my brain and in my house. All that is gold does not glitter. Not all those that wander are lost. The old that is strong does not wither. Deep roots are not reached by the frost. From the ashes of fire shall be woken. A light from the shadows shall spring. Renewed shall be the blade that was broken. The crownless again shall be king. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, that was a long-winded, a whole lot of shit to say that you're going to be able to get exactly what you want. Okay? The crownless again shall be king. And yes, it came with a whole lot of being punched in the face. But you're going to get your crown at the end. So you will, believe it or not, be extremely grateful for these lessons, even if they were painful and bloody. All right, that's it for me, my friends. We'll see you tomorrow. But until then, I'm sorry for anything you're going through. If I've made you feel a certain way, thank you for being a beautiful being and lending your energy to this circuit that I hold so dear. Thank you equally to your guides, my guides, the Ascended Masters, angels, and whatever other energies were involved in us finding these nice, clear, concise messages for our greatest good, whether we find them right now and then near or distant future. I love you to the moon and the stars and to infinity and beyond and back, and I accept this, and I hope you do too. But if not, that's totally cool. Look down in the bio as well if you are interested, if you like my style. If you're interested, you can get a personal reading from me. Go over to my Etsy page and see what I've got. If there's something that you want to talk about that doesn't quite get discussed in my Etsy offerings, just shoot me a message and we can work something out. Likewise, thank you, all of you who have been so kind and have donated. My PayPal link is below, and this helps me kind of continue to be able to offer you guys lots and lots and lots of content. So I really appreciate the donations for those of you who have been kind enough to take your time out of your busy day to send me a little bit of love in forms of physical abundance. Hey, I don't like asking for this kind of stuff, but we all got to eat so that we can continue talking about astrology. Thank you all. Thank you all very much for your support and your love. I really do appreciate you. And yeah, we'll catch you again very soon.